We are live. Welcome to the brunch time party of The Importance of Being Earnest, starring the Zenith Players, the social distancing players. Holy crap, hooray, it's happening! Hello, I'm your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. And as you can see from our title card, it's the Shakespeares. I have off-screen wife right here with me. I have Milo right here with me. Hello. Yes. And we also have the technical director of the Zenith Players. We have Mr. TJ Reisner. We have Miss Cecily Cardew, Christina Coya. We have Gwendolyn Fairfax, Claire Bohannock. We have Shakira Sell, who played Miss Prism. And we have me, and we are all here, and you are here. And I hope everyone has some brunch, specifically their mimosas, because we are very English. Let us get drunk at breakfast time. So, seems like a good plan to me. I think so. I mean, I'm wearing my very 1920s bow tie, appropriate for the occasion. Yes, because bow ties are cool. So, friends, did you before we start watching things and getting into comments from the show? Oh, Joe DeFilippo says, "Yay, we are here." All right, thank you, Joe. What was your experience like doing it? Not all at once, please.
It was a little different what was being on a computer, but it was really nice work.
Yeah. Like I liked the whole rehearsal process of like, let's find these characters, let's work, the occasional call of hold, let's do it again. I mean, like I like that. It made me feel so good. Now Claire and TJ, real quick, how did the frogs go last night?
It was an adventure. It went well. It was, for those unfamiliar with the world of Greek comedies, they're filthy. And we had a really good time, but it's funny because we all alternate between 1 week of Shakespeare and 1 week of Greek theater, so we just came off doing the history, very serious and lots of death and destruction. Then we go right to the frogs, where
There's my cat.
Not bad, and it was a good time. We all.
People have the idea that anything in Latin or ancient Greek is.
I'm sorry, Shakira, go ahead.
I said people have this idea that anything in Latin or ancient Greek is inherently highbrow, and that is so not the case.
No, I mean, some of my favorite criticisms of Greek theater come from Cicero. So, like, we're going in with 2,000-year-old criticism saying this is not meant for children, and it's just delightful.
You wouldn't do Oedipus at an elementary school?
I might do Oedipus at an elementary school, but I would not invite the elementary school students themselves.
So my first play that I ever saw, I was in kindergarten, and they took us to see the upperclassmen do Macbeth.
One more moment. TJ, could you turn off your microphone real quick? Because we're getting feedback. Claire, repeat.
So the first play I ever saw, I was in kindergarten, and our teachers took us to go see the upperclassmen's production of Macbeth.
That's a bad idea.
Is it though? Because here I am.
You choose the theater of the career. I mean, this clearly worked.
Yes, but did the rest of your class turn out to be sociopaths?
I can't say they didn't.
No, they turned out to be trees.
There we go.
I'm just going to stand here forever and occasionally encroach upon a fortress. Well, so Christina, what was your experience overall like?
It was really positive. I think because I like challenges in theater, and goodness gracious, there is nothing in the world more challenging than trying to figure out how to speak to different characters when they weren't in the room with you. Yeah. And it was this weird hybrid of like film and theater. It was almost like when Marvel actors are like green screening themselves talking to like the Hulk, but he's not there. You know, it was a really neat challenge. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I got very frustrated a couple times, but in a good way. I feel like I got better at my job because I was thrown this curveball.
That's amazing. But also, would you say then that Steve Anderson, who is not here, and that's why I'm going to be picking on him, that he's the Hulk?
Oh, yeah. I would say you don't want to get him angry. You won't like him when he's angry.
That's amazing. And if anyone has ever met Steve Anderson in life, any of you at home, he's the literal nicest person in the world. Like, getting him angry might like get an aw shucks out of him. Like, it's a Jimmy Stewart kind of angry. But not like Jimmy Stewart in The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, because that was mean. No, I mean like Jimmy Stewart in It's a Wonderful Life. Like, he just eventually goes crazy. So there we have it. Shakira, overall, for you, what was your experience with this like?
Working with StreamYard was a new and interesting experience. I will say that much. But on the whole, I was just so delighted to be involved with this cast and crew. This team was incredible. You know, on stage and off, and just watching these characters come to life, watching the nuance develop. And watching the sheer glee as we all, you know, we held for a moment, we all came back in and we all just went. Or even just, you know, sitting backstage in the virtual waiting room and just laughing loud enough that I woke the cat up.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And yeah, my cat's almost 18 and kind of deaf now, so that's cool.
Well, let us, speaking of Glee, go to something stupid that we did in advance of the show, combining Oscar Wilde with Mean Girls. Claire, I believe this was your idea originally.
I accept responsibility for what happened.
Yeah. Are you eating a brownie?
It's a breakfast brownie.
Yeah, it's a breakfast. You know what? I saw a meme the other day saying, "Oh, I made myself an omelet this morning. You know, I had my eggs and my milk and all that, but then I decided I wanted to give it some flavor, so I threw in some cherries, and then I decided it really needed to be darker, so I threw in some chocolate powder, and behold, it was just a brownie."
Yeah.
So. Okay, cool. That story went nowhere. All right. All right. You know what? TJ, play the thing.
Let's see.
There she is.
Oh, no, there's no sound.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. In order to...
I mean, what we could do is just make the sounds ourselves.
We could, but I think this should work now.
Nope.
EJ, you're a liar.
What? I'm a liar.
Our technical director, ladies and gentlemen.
I am. I might have to duck out and come back.
Yeah, you need to click the share sound tab.
Oh, I did that the first time, but then I changed my audio because of the feedback. Okay, third time's a charm.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Excellent.
On October 3rd, he asked me what day it was.
What day is it?
October 3rd.
I want my pink shirt back! I want my pink shirt back! Now I guess she's on crack.
Irregardless, ex-boyfriends are just off limits to friends. I mean, it's just like the rules of feminism.
My breast can always tell when it's going to rain.
She doesn't even go here.
I'm sorry that people are so jealous of me, but I can't help it that I'm popular.
Why does Caesar get to stomp around like a giant while the rest of us try not to get smushed under his big feet? What's so great about Caesar? Brutus is just as cute as Caesar, K. Brutus is just as smart as Caesar. People totally like Brutus just as much as they like Caesar. And when did it become okay for one person to be the boss of everybody, huh? Because that's not what Rome is about. We should totally just stab Caesar.
I can put my whole fist in my mouth. Wanna see?
So touch.
My Nana takes her wig off when she's drunk.
Your Nana and I have that in common.
Raise your hand if you have ever been personally victimized by Lady Bracknell.
There are two varieties of evil people in this world. Those who commit evil acts, and those who see evil acts being committed, and do nothing to stop them. As one sows, so let them live.
I am not like other moms. I'm a cool mom.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
Cecily, do not engage in amorous liaisons because you will get pregnant and die. Do not engage in them in the missionary position. Do not engage in them standing up. Just do not engage. Promise me? Okay. Now, please avail yourself of some prophylactics.
So that's against the rules, and you can't sit with us.
I'm a mouse. Duh.
I wish we could all get along like we used to in middle school. I wish I could bake a cake filled with rainbows and smiles, and everyone would eat it and be happy.
You let it out, honey. Put it in the book.
Oh, goodness gracious. That just makes me think that I am so very fortunate to know any and all of you.
I have to share, this weekend I had to rewatch the movie because I hadn't seen it in so long. And I've never laughed harder at that movie in my life because as I was watching it, I was hearing us saying the lines. It was a beautiful moment.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, this was great. I will happily perform this show on stage with all of you when the quarantine is over. I mean, I think we should do that. I mean, or what we could do is we could all just go into a 2-week quarantine beginning right now, then get the theater. We all move into a house together, Big Brother style.
Live stream that as well, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, and then, well, yeah, live stream that. Like, see what happens to actors when they're around each other.
What happens when Shakespeare and Tyler are fighting over the last muffin in real life?
But now bruises are happening, except that we are following the Anchorman rules of don't touch the hair or the face.
Not the face, not the face.
And everybody's like, yeah, of course, yeah, duh.
Claire and I are just sitting in the corner, just about everybody else. Yeah. Taking bets on when Dan and Tyler are going to kill each other.
But then the next day, he and I are the best of friends.
Oh, clearly.
Yeah, but then we actually, rehearse the show and then do the show Hamilton style. So we'll have several cameras up and perform the show 2, 3, 4 times so we can get all the great angles in and then stream that out to the world.
But in our version of Ernest, we still need the bullet to just dance around us and confuse everyone.
I think that just makes sense. And also, we're going to throw in some fantastic musical numbers, like King George needs to make an appearance. So, like, when Gwendolyn like breaks things off and goes off into the house, with Cecily, Ernest and Ernest, Algie and Jack are there. We're just like, you'll be back like before.
Because I think we papers into the sky.
Oh my goodness! And Miss Prism sings "Room Where It Happens."
I like
Dr.
it.
Charlesable, because he never publishes any of his sermons, is always sings "Why is he writing like he's running out of time?" We can make this work. The crossover that no one asked for, but everyone now needs.
The importance of being Hamilton.
The truth isn't something one tells to young girls. Algie, the Reynolds pamphlet.
Oh, that is fantastic. Oh my goodness. And the tens of people who are watching are like, what in the bloody hell are they going on? It's just like, you know what? You know.
Wait, Gwendolyn, Cecily, and Prism.
Lady Bracknell. Would Lady Bracknell be the George Washington figure, or would Lady Bracknell instead be the John Adams figure of talked about yet never in the show?
Lady Bracknell is Samuel Seabury.
Your familiarity with Hamilton is now starting to get a little bit creepy at this point.
Sorry.
I love it. It's so much.
He announces his name. It's not like some unnamed guy. He my name is Samuel Seabury, and I don't like this. That's exactly like that.
What the silver who screams matrimony.
That's it. Here we are.
Brilliant.
Oh, so great. This is all right. TJ, start writing this. All right. Yeah, and then I'll come in. And Christina will come in and we'll be like, no, fix that. But we're not going to actually offer help.
He's used to that.
Change this. Make it better.
Just passive aggressive notes. Just It doesn't have to be this bad.
And then we still keep throwing in Mean Girls references.
Obviously.
Oh, so do you think we could get the writers of Mean Girls to like the musical to come in and actually help us with that? Like, hey, let's write our own send up of it's Ernest combined with Mean Girls combined with.
Hey,
what are they doing right now?
Social media harassment. They might agree to anything. So everyone who's listening and watching this right now, please
contact. Oh, that would be so amazing. So amazing. So so all of us likely had a favorite single moment that happened during the show, either that you did or that someone else did. Oh, Katie Wagerspec down in Louisiana. You are correct. Get in, loser. We're going acting. So what was everyone's favorite moments from the show? And maybe if we talk slowly enough or long enough, TJ will have the ability to find that clip. I'm putting so much on TJ right now.
There were so many individual moments, and I feel like my favorite moments were things that other people did that I couldn't stop laughing at. Like, I don't even know if I had a personal favorite because I was so busy watching everyone else make idiots of themselves and laughing so hard.
I really love when Prism leaves Cecily in the garden and is like, just continue studying on your own. And you had like this beautiful, just like meltdown with throwing the books. And then when Tom enters and he like trips over the books.
So you know what worked out really well during the show? I didn't pay attention and I almost laughed. Every time I did it, I had 3 books and they were just the big chunky books that looked nice. So the 3 books that I actually had were Wuthering Heights. Right, I had a Stephen King novel. I had Duma Key because it was huge because it's Stephen King, and I had Grimm's Tales, but I didn't think anything of it. So I had thrown them in a different order every time, and I realized I went horrid German. And I slammed the Grimm's brothers on the table. And like, oh, that's funny, but I couldn't react because it was funny. But so that happened, and then we had TJ, you had our Merriman trip over the books as he walked in. That was brilliant.
That
was Claire. I'm sorry, Claire, that was you.
Oh, no, it's not because I'm just sitting here like not on screen going, hey, TJ, do you think it would play? Yeah, so
Well,
I'm the evil one. And he's like, I don't know, let's see what happens. And then we tried it once in rehearsal and it worked. But like that sequence where it goes from Prism being Prism to the meltdown to the book, it was really funny.
Well, according to our technical director, who's letting us know in the private chat, that sequence is now ready for us to watch.
Oh,
Yeah. So let's do this.
May admit, it is somewhat too sensational. Even these metallic problems have their melodramatic side.
Horrid political economy, horrid genealogy, horrid German.
Mr. Ernest Worthing has come over from the station, ma'am. He has brought his luggage with him.
Mr. Ernest Worthing, B4, the Albany West.
Oh, bravo. Bravo. And so if this was one of my normal regular Shakespeare approved shows, Christina, you could have then entirely pointed out, by the way, I said horrid German and I held up the Grimm brothers. like that would have been a thing that I commented on just because I believe in like constantly derailing my own work, not even other people. It's just like, oh, by the way, here's a stupid thing that just happened. Let's do that. Oh, goodness. Clara, Shakira, do you have any favorite moments that you really want to expound upon?
You have to admit the muffin scene was the best scene in the whole show. The argument between Algie and Jack about eating muffins, don't eat this, eat tea cake. We were all, I'm sure, muted off stage.
There's only one left.
Lying. There's only one muffin left. Yeah.
At the very end.
Yes, I was about to
Act
say,
two,
you know,
right? Yeah.
The first time we were...
Prior escalation of competitive snacking that took place both on stage and off.
Yeah. Well, it for the characters, it is two men who have likely never done a physical exertion in their lives. So no football, nay, not even cricket, likely. And then in reality, it is two nerdy men who are working as actors in our lives. So it's just like, all right, but we are still men and thus filled with toxicity of some sort. So of course we have to get competitive on something. So why not the muffin eating? But it was my favorite thing when we first rehearsed it. I loved it because I couldn't get lines out, partly because my cheeks were so full of the food, and because I didn't have enough time to chew it, and it was just getting very dry in my mouth. So it's just like, all right, shove it over with my tongue.
I honestly don't know how. Like, I don't understand.
It's getting
how
bigger.
Tyler did it because he ate the whole time.
The entire show.
The whole show.
He never stopped eating.
Moonlights in those competitive hot dog eating contests and the like.
I mean, that is dedication to your craft.
That is.
And it was the 7 different glasses full of stuff too.
Yeah.
What a different thing to wash it down with.
Also, who else had a house that was a total disaster with props after the show? Because I still have
Well, yeah, for how many times I changed my outfit, partly simply because Algernon was demanding I change my outfit. I had a pile of clothes over, because this is actually the room where it happened. The room where it happened.
Where it happened. The room where it happened.
The opposite side. But so over here, there's some French doors, and I had a pile of suit jackets and everything, the vests, all over there, just piling up as I was going. And then I had all of the technical equipment. I had this on risers to get a better angle for me. So the living room was a total and utter disaster. Yeah.
Yep.
But that was a thing. Katie Wagaspeck, speaking of nerdy engagements, D&D is a physical sport if we try hard enough.
Honey, that's called LARPing.
I went to one LARP, not counting Renaissance fairs where I work, but I went to one actual LARP with Adam Danoff many, many years ago. And I want to tell that story because it's so stupid.
Please.
But I want to watch the video first.
Okay.
I should have muffins ready to go somewhere in this scene.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Unmute. Let's just appreciate this for a second.
Algie, I wish to goodness you would go. You can't possibly ask me to go without having dinner. It's absurd. I never go without my dinner. No one ever does, except vegetarians and people like that.
I feel called out by that.
I've just made arrangements with Dr. Chaswell to be christened at 6:15 under the name of Anna.
My dear fellow, the sooner you give that up nonsense, the better. I made arrangements this morning with Dr. Chasuble to be christened myself at 5:30, and I naturally will take the name of Ernest. Gwendolyn would wish it. You can't both be christened Ernest, it's absurd. Besides, I have the perfect right to be christened if I like. There is no evidence at all that I have ever been christened by anybody. I should think it extremely probable I never was, and Dr. Chasuble does so too. It is entirely different in your case. You've been christened already.
Yes, but I have not been christened for years.
Yes, but you have been christened. That is the important thing.
Quite so. So I know my constitution can stand it. If you are not quite sure about your ever having been christened, I must say I think it rather dangerous you're venturing upon it now. It might make you very unwell. You can't have already forgotten that someone very closely connected with you was very nearly carried off this week in Paris by a severe chill.
Yes, but you said yourself that a severe chill was not hereditary.
It used to be.
Used.
I know, but I dare say it is now. Science is always making wonderful improvements in things.
Oh, that is nonsense! You are always talking nonsense!
Jack! You are at the muffins again. I wish you wouldn't. I told you I was particularly fond of muffins.
Well, I hate tea cake!
Then why on earth then do you allow tea cake to be served up for your guests? What ideas you have of hospitality!
Algie! I have already told you to go! I don't want you here! Why won't you go? And I'm frozen on screen.
Yes, and there is still one.
Screen just overcome by emotion.
Okay, so you know how they have Doll's House Part 2?
No.
I'm gonna need somebody to check in with these people 10 years later.
Oh my God.
Like, I need like 10 years down the line.
Who's in happy relationships at that point?
Where are they now?
I think they all are, but like in a backwards way. Like, you know that Cecily got like 12 kids out of Algie. And the poor guy is just totally run down. And Gwendolyn and Jack are just they've turned into like this like very fashionable couple that just like talks crap on everybody else in town.
I feel like Jack and Gwendolyn would have no kids.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They would
Like-
be like fashion plates that have all these big fancy dinners, but they actually just despise everyone.
Yeah.
Cecily now.
And Gwendolyn is 100% her mother. Just
Yeah.
like, absolutely. She's just Lady Bracknell 2.0.
So this is 150 years later then. So
Right.
You know.
That Miss Prism and Dr. Chazzy will have the most healthy relationship.
Oh,
I think
probably.
they just get weird.
They talk about
Just constant metaphors.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I didn't realize this right away when we were talking about making Ernest the musical, but with variations of Hamilton songs and then making it Mean Girls. But a friend of mine wrote the lyrics to Mean Girls. So.
Well.
Yeah. Nell Benjamin. So and she's going to be on Shakespeare's Coffee Break in a week or two. So I'm just be like, hey, you want to do something stupid with probably no monetary attachment to it?
You're telling me that when you said, can we get the people who wrote Mean Girls, you were talking about a person you know in your life?
Yes. And I didn't quite realize it in the moment.
Huh.
My wife just said, more coffee.
I agree with that.
Andrew, friend of the show, also says on the topic of competitive eating, there's a wonderful scene near the end where the entire top row of actors were eating as the line of actors below them were unfolding the scene. Yeah, we were all eating. That was amazing. Just passing it back and forth.
It was the popcorn gifts. All the way.
It was.
That is a thing I've tried to bring into almost all of the my shows and also the Zenith Players shows that I get to be in, where it's if I'm on screen but not doing anything, I just start popping popcorn, and that goes back to when we were doing the very first one, Much Ado.
Much Ado, yeah.
Yeah, because Claudio's being bad, and all of this is happening, and I'm just still on screen, so I just raised up popcorn. And then I just seeing you in the comments going, Shakespeare's eating popcorn? What?
The best. No, it was really funny because like Tyler would have like bowls of snacks, and like it was just when we were starting to play with the space, and I was on the top row, so I'm like trying to like figure out like how I can reach my arm down so it looks like I'm grabbing snacks out of his bowl that he's just carrying, and then he figured it out, so then he started like offering snacks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of just how it happened.
Well, it was beautiful because it was a little thing that I didn't figure out quite and how to get his attention because he was several over from me until the day of performance, which bad because I'm adding a new thing trying to get an actor. But it was like you were reaching for a snack and then I went, because like don't interject, and then he looked up and then you looked over and then just handed me the plate and I'm like, oh my god, that was amazing. it was fantastic and brilliant. I love it. Goodness gracious. Do we have it? Do we have it?
I think I do, yeah.
There's no sound.
Alas.
There we go.
It was a near
It doesn't
miss.
matter that there's no sound. We're just watching this. This is great.
I can
like,
basically like judge by my like I'm looking for snacks. I'm like hunting for snacks.
Hungry eyes, yes.
This is fantastic. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely.
And for Mitch, who is
absolutely brilliant.
Where's mine? I would like to point out that poor Steve and I did not get a single snack through the entire show. Because of the terrible initiative, if we're doing the sequel, we want snacks.
I feel like aggressively eating was a theme though, because like we have the Gwendolyn Cecily scene with the cake and the tea.
Oh my gosh. I was covered in chocolate because I made the mistake of baking a chocolate chip cake because I thought, that would be tasty to eat during the show. And then I realized that it was warm under all of the lights. So when I went to do this and picked up a full of cake, I was covered in chocolate. So the whole show when I was like doing this, that was genuine because I was finding chocolate everywhere.
And you don't get a break usually to just be like, okay, let me go get some paper towels.
No, not at all.
I'm stuck here.
Oh, just so wonderful. Oh, goodness gracious. Katie walks back down in Louisiana. Yep, there we go. Hey, want to do something stupid for no monetary gain? Literally me every weekend. Yep. Katie, you are absolutely correct. That is our life. I mean, seriously. Oh, goodness gracious. So, any before we get into anything else as well, TJ, do you have the second trailer available?
I can in a moment.
All right, yeah. Because we just kept going with all of the Mean Girls lines. We did that the final rehearsal? Yeah. We were all in costume. Yeah. So the only person we didn't have was Tom Zadoika, the amazing Tom Zadoika who played Lane, because he had to go. He had to go and live his life. And the rest of us are like, no, let's keep doing. But we did that, I want to say, for an hour.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We just kept doing lines.
There was a lot. We just kept doing lines. That sounds like something. Anyway.
Hey, look, both coke addicts and actors say the same things.
That's true.
It's just with different meanings sometimes.
I've got it queued up.
Excellent. Let's watch this.
Gwendolyn Fairfax is not sweet. She's a scum-sucking road whore. She ruined my life.
Is butter a carb?
That one there. That's Cecily Cardin, one of the dumbest girls you will ever meet.
You do not come to a party at my house with Gretchen and then scam on some poor innocent girl right in front of us 3 days later. So you can go shave your back now.
Whoever wrote it probably didn't think anyone would ever see it.
I hope nobody else ever does see it.
Evil takes a human form in Lady Bracknell. Don't be fooled because she may seem like your typical, selfish, backstabbing, slut-faced hoe bag, but in reality, she's so much more than that.
Okay, so we're all here because of this book, right? I don't know who wrote this book, but you have all got to stop.
I don't know who wrote this book.
Sluts and all. It's okay for guys to call you sluts and all. Who here has ever been called?
Wait, Audrey, I didn't mean for this to happen.
To find out that everyone hates me, I don't care.
Wait, Audrey, just listen.
No! Do you know what everyone says about you behind your back? They say that you're a homeschool jungle freak. That's a less hot version of me. Yeah, so don't try to act so innocent. You can take that fake apology and shove it right up your hairy arse.
And that's how Algernon Moncrief died. No, I'm totally kidding, but he was hurt. Some people say the boss meant to hit him, but that was just a rumor. Other people say that I pushed him. That was an even worse rumor.
I know it may look like I was being a bitch, but that's only because I was acting like a bitch.
She ruins people's lives.
Whatever. I'm getting cheese fries.
So fantastic. All right, the next step is for us to just do the entirety of Mean Girls.
I would like to take a moment to say that one of the quotes that started it all was the, "Oh my God, you can't just ask people why they're white." In the snowballing escalation of, "Oh, do this one, oh, you should do this one."
It wound up
just really.
It's true. Oh man. I feel like Cecily's entrance, if we're gonna do the Mean Girls crossover, Cecily needs to have Karen's entrance. Just, my name is Cecily, my hair is shiny. Just done.
Perfect.
Well,
Perfect.
Friends, everyone at home, please go and support the Indiegogo campaign, which is still live. It is in the comments. It's actually the very first top comment up there. but you can go and support the cast. We'd like to pretend that we're giving them a semi-quasi gainful employment, but also the Zenith Players. This is a fundraiser for the Zenith Players so they can afford things such as rights to shows and bandwidth and internet capabilities and all of that good stuff. So TJ and Claire, there we go.
There's
yeah. They are the brains and the brawn behind the Zenith Players, and TJ's wearing his branded T-shirt, and you should go support them. They are doing amazing live theater productions every single week, at least 2 most weeks, sometimes more. Starting on Monday, y'all are doing Frankenstein.
We are.
Yes, as a cereal.
We are.
Not an oatmeal.
Oh, good. Wouldn't oatmeal technically count as a cereal, though?
It's probably going to be 4 parts. We might have to chop up one of the episodes a little bit further just for length. But yeah, sticking really close to Mary Shelley's novel and being really faithful to the source material.
So going into week 23 or 24 of the quarantine.
I think that's almost
23.
half year.
Yeah.
How many actors have we had join us?
I stopped counting at about 100.
Oh goodness. Yeah, so this is amazing. You're doing amazing work just by pooling all of these wonderful, disparate people from all across New Jersey, primarily, but then New York, Pennsylvania, Great Britain, Australia, Denmark. You just have people from everywhere, and it is amazing. And if there's any positive to come out of this, it's work. It's work like this. That it's we're getting new theaters, getting new voices, and exercising new muscles. So I think that's amazing. So, yeah. No, TJ's like, oh, you're talking about me. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about everyone else, TJ.
Good. I prefer it.
Don't look at me in that tone of voice. No. Off screen way
we're
of
all
giving
getting
them.
kind of a crash course
nice.
in camera work. So.
Oh, totally. Any final thoughts before we go?
This was fun. We should do a sequel or a Hamilton thing that I'm apparently writing.
Yeah, and Christina and I will let you know that things need to be fixed.
Usually I appreciate your work, but
so great. So absolutely great. So to all of you, and also to great Kyla Miranda, Steve Anderson, Tom Zadoyko, and Mitch Gamble Ernst, also known as Jay DeVere, are players who could not be with us this morning. Thank you all. My life is better for you all being in it, doing these things, and onward and outward, and moving, twirling towards freedom, never backward, but twirling towards the future and freedom. All right. What? It felt appropriate. It felt appropriate to use the Simpsons reference. Whatever. Anyway, don't blame me. I voted for Kodos. All right. So thank you all. Everyone at home, thank you. Please make sure you go and contribute to the Indiegogo campaign. It's going to be going for a couple more days. Please help out the Zenith Players. Please help out the actors. Thank you. Join me with the Zenith Players tomorrow for Frankenstein, part the first. On Tuesday, you can join me for Nat 21 Adventures, because the only thing better than rolling a natural 20 is wrong frame, is rolling a natural 21 Dungeons and Dragons game that it was on Sunday nights, but now is Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. And then also just join me for the entire week of shows. Wednesday, we have Shakespeare's Coffee Break. Thursday, Talking Track. Friday, Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. Zenith Players, you have anything other than Frankenstein at the moment to promote? Henry IV Part 2 next Saturday. Shakira Cyril, do you have anything to promote?
Not currently, but hopefully I'll be involved in some of the upcoming Shakespeares and excitement, and
Yes,
doing things that people haven't, just completely done with me.
Yeah. Cecily Cardew, Christina Coya, do you have anything to promote?
I do. Chase Treasure Ladies Unlaced concerts are coming up like all the time, and my next one is on September 4th. So come see some naughty fun if that's your thing, and if you're a child, please don't.
And as we are ending the show, Steve Anderson, Dr. Chasuble is here. Dr. Chasuble, we were talking about you. You've been referred to as the Incredible Hulk in a Marvel movie.
Hamlet smash.
Yeah. So, anything you would like to promote as we are leaving?
Not that the Claire and TJ have not probably already promoted. So,
all right, fantastic. So, lots going on in the next couple of weeks and in shows, the next several weeks. And keep your heads up, everyone. To quote Captain Pike, be brave, be bold, and be courageous. But also wear a freaking mask. Come on, that's not that hard. All right. And I love you. You love me. Mutual glorious affection. Justice for Breonna Taylor. Black Lives Matter. Go make sure it all happens. Do it. Bye-bye. Love you.